Have you ever stared at a calendar, flipping through the weeks, and felt a quiet ache inside? Another Monday gone. Another month slipping away. Another year vanishing before your eyes. We count days. We circle deadlines. We mark birthdays. But here's the thing. Time doesn't care about our counting. Muhammad Ali once said, "Don't count the days, make the days count." It's simple, it's powerful, and if you let it, this line can change the way you live. Welcome to Little Journey English, a space where we pause, reflect, and walk together through books, quotes, and timeless ideas. Here, words become mirrors. Here, wisdom turns into little reminders for our everyday lives. So today, let's take this quote not just as advice, but as an invitation. Picture this. Your alarm goes off. You reach for your phone. Messages, notifications, a dozen problems waiting before you even brush your teeth. You rush, you work, you eat something quick, you scroll, you sleep, and then you do it all over again. Sound familiar? So many of us live this way, racing through days, waiting for Friday, waiting for holidays, waiting for someday. But someday never shows up on a calendar. There is only today. And if all we do is count the days instead of making them count, we end up with a life full of numbers, but empty of meaning. Time is invisible, untouchable, relentless. It doesn't slow down when we're happy, and it doesn't speed up when we're in pain. But what we do with time, that's where the story is written. Because life isn't measured by hours or years. Life is measured in moments. Think about it. The laughter around a dinner table. A quiet walk as the sun melts into the horizon. The first time you dared to dream out loud. These aren't just days. These are days that count. But let's be honest. How do you actually make a day count when your to-do list is endless? When stress steals your energy? When life feels like survival mode? Here's the good news. It doesn't mean you have to do something extraordinary every single day. Making a day count can be as simple as choosing a real conversation instead of endless scrolling, pausing to watch the sky for 5 minutes, doing one small thing that moves you closer to who you want to be. Sometimes making a day count means slowing down. Sometimes it means stepping up. But always it means living with intention. Think of your life like a jar. Each morning you're handed a handful of marbles. You can place them into moments of love, growth, joy, or you can let them slip away on things that don't matter. One day the marbles will stop coming. And when that happens, will you look into your jar and see only numbers or treasures? Imagine 2 people. The first counts days. He says 5 more days until Friday, 2 more months until vacation, 1 more year until retirement. His life is always waiting, always postponing living for later. The second makes days count. On Monday, she calls a friend just to say, "I'm thinking of you." On Tuesday, she writes one sentence in a gratitude journal. On Wednesday, she dares to share her idea in a meeting. She doesn't wait for the weekend to live. She lives in the middle of an ordinary Wednesday. Now, who do you think will look back and whisper, "Yes, I really lived"? Maybe you're thinking, "But I don't have time. I'm too busy, too tired, too overwhelmed," and I understand. We live in a culture where busyness feels like a badge of honor, where exhaustion equals importance, where your worth seems tied to how packed your calendar looks. But let me ask you, if your schedule is full, but your soul is empty, is that truly living? If your account grows, but your memories fade, have you really made the days count? Making days count doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be ordinary. Cooking a meal and actually savoring it. Reading a story to your child and giving it your full attention. Saying thank you and really meaning it. Choosing to walk with open eyes instead of scrolling with numb ones. When you look back, it won't be the emails you sent that stay with you. It will be the laughter, the love, the little moments that felt big. We don't always need more time. We need to use time differently. Instead of asking, "How many days do I have left?" ask, "What can I do with today?" Instead of hearing the clock as a threat, hear it as a whisper. This moment matters. Time is not your enemy. Time is your invitation. When Muhammad Ali spoke those words, he wasn't only talking about boxing, he was talking about living. He knew that greatness isn't built on waiting for the right day. It's built on making this day the right day. Don't count the days, make the days count. It's not just a quote, it's a challenge. So, what about you? What if tomorrow you decided, today is not just another square on the calendar? Today is a gift, a canvas, an opening. What would you do differently? Who would you call? What fear would you face? What dream would you start painting, one brushstroke at a time? Life is not a countdown. It's a collection of choices, of memories, of little sparks of meaning. You don't need to count more days. You need to create more days that count. Because in the end, it won't matter how many days you had. What will matter is how deeply you lived them. So let this be your reminder. Don't just count the days, make them count. Not next year, not someday, but today. This has been Little Journey English, where we reflect on books, quotes, and timeless wisdom and bring them back to the small moments that shape our lives. Thank you for walking a little journey with us today. Until next time, take care and make today count.